Tomorrow's plan is to go wheel Empire, Colorado. I've been up there a time or two. It's actually, I've got a video on my personal channel of me riding some four-wheelers with Matt up there. But this time we're taking my Jeep and I'm bringing you guys along. And today what I want to do is take my doors off, get those ready so I can remove those when I want to go wheeling. And I'm also going to change my oil. I got a new transmission line clip that goes into the tranny. I can show you guys that in a little while. So that has fixed my transmission leak. I'm not worried about that any longer, which is pretty exciting. But getting these doors off is a little bit of a finicky task. I'm going to show you guys what all you need, or what I use to get them off. Alright guys, so what's in my hand here is the factory hardware that bolts the door in. I've actually started on this door. As you guys can see, I've started to pull out some bolts. But you need a T40 Torx head, and this is a gear wrench one. I've actually taken one of my older ones, and you can see it laying on my seat over there. I've popped it out of the socket. Grabbed it for you guys, as you can see here. I simply just pop them out of the socket so they can fit in between here better. You can get it a little more snug up in there, and then you can use a ratcheting wrench. I've got a 3/8 drive ratcheting wrench here, or excuse me, 5/16, sorry, my bad. And you can see that it slides in there. So what I do is I just slide her in there and I get to ratcheting. They're a little tight, so sometimes I use another wrench as a breaker bar to kind of give me some leverage so I can break them loose, and then I just ratchet them out by hand. As you guys can see, the door is off. If you guys are unlucky like me and you had a previous owner dig into this before, these are these Torx 40s, and these are 10 millimeters, and this one's actually a 1/2 inch. Somebody had been in it before. They stripped out this back one. I had to get my cutoff wheel and my grinder and cut it off because I tried to time lapse it. It actually twisted off the top of my T40 here, not necessarily broke it, but it kind of bent it a little bit just because of the way the head was all like warped. And I tried tapping in there just to, you know, wiggle it out. I'd replace it with a bolt, but it refused to come out. So I broke out the grinder, cut it off, and the next step is to cut these lower guys off here. Oops, sorry, I'm not even paying attention to the camera. If you cut right here with the grinder and then knock these off, it'll leave this pin accessible. I've already done my passenger door. I'll show you guys real quick how it's supposed to look. You can see there's not that little lower bracket. They're actually just pins. If I lift it up, the whole door comes off like a Wrangler. So I'm going to put this door back on before I drop it. There it is, sitting on the door, and if I shut the door, it drops. There you guys have it. That's what we're going to be doing to the driver's side. It's virtually the same idea. You want the head of the pin facing upwards. Just cut off this lower tab. Take a extension, knock this piece off. It'll leave you with just this top part and this pin. I have a punch somewhere around here. I'll show you guys. I punch through them after I get these pieces out, just to make sure that the holes are nice and wallowed out and able for these pins to slide up and down. So I'm going to cut it and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, there we have it. You can see all my doors now have door pins, and the doors are off. So whenever I want to throw them back on, I just simply pick them up and drop them back onto the hinges, kind of like a Wrangler. Now I'm going to change my oil and get her ready for wheeling tomorrow. Make sure everything's all good. I'll show you that transmission line. You look up there, see that white clip? That's what I replaced. That's where it was leaking from in the last video. Oh. Perks about having lifted Jeep, 5-gallon bucket. But alright guys, I'm going to set you guys up on a tripod and a little time lapse. I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil and pull the filter off. And yeah, not too much. I just wanted to show you guys the door removal, because I think it's pretty nifty. You can do the back doors if you have rock sliders and if you stiffen up your unibody. I would not suggest you wheeling with all 4 doors off. I only wheeled the front 2 off. I have wheeled with all 4 off, but that's because I had rock sliders and tie-in plates. But on this XJ I do not, so I would not recommend that. But I'm gonna change my oil now. Alright guys, oil's changed up, doors are off. I've got the dome light switches out of the door so my dome lights don't stay on. I threw those in the center console, that way I can reconnect them and plug them back in when I want to use them. Other than that guys, I'm going to add like half a quart more to the Jeep. I'm going to go down and pick up some more oil and dump my old oil. I poured it back into the jar. So yeah, we're going to go for a little ride, I take it. Jeep hair, don't care. Okay, that was really gay. Okay, we're done here, guys. Thank you for watching. I am stoked with what we got done with the Jeep today. It wasn't much, but an oil change, the door removal kit, fixing that transmission line, that was a big thing. The door removal kit was one of the things I wanted to do because I'm stoked to wheel it without doors. It's a little annoying wheeling with doors, and now that it's warm, I don't have air conditioning, I get to enjoy the Jeep even more. So we are up here kind of relaxing. I've got my dogs, they're actually over there running around, but got this nice little background. We're just hanging out here. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to get this video uploaded for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you guys are hanging around, the usual fellows, I appreciate everybody. Hit that like button. Those likes are going up. I do appreciate that. It's good to see those likes going up on my analytics and all my YouTube studio software and stuff. So thank you guys. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.